Hey guys, hello and good evening to all of you watching. Today it is Friday, September 30th, 2022. Where do I even begin? It's been a long time since my last video. In fact, the only reason there was a video last month in August was because I did a quick mini stream on this channel during the World Junior Hockey Championship. And was that ever an incredible victory by Team Canada in that gold medal game against Finland? I mean, Mason McTavish with that gold medal overtime goal line save with his stick, then Canada scoring that incredible goal after that miracle to win it all. What an amazing finish to that tournament that was. What a finish. Yeah. I mean, if that isn't an amazing finish, I don't know what is. I mean, that goal line stop was one of the most incredible hockey saves I've ever seen in my life. And last month, after everything that happened back in December with the abrupt stoppage of the World Juniors because of the Omicron variant, and then being able to put together a redo of the 2022 World Juniors last month in Edmonton, in my opinion, that was one hell of an incredible undertaking. I mean, they had to change things up a bit because of the fact that obviously Russia's team is no longer allowed to participate in IIHF events. That horrible circumstance that's going on in Ukraine right now, they were able to replace the Russian team. They were able to get the tournament to happen last month in Edmonton. I mean, that was really quite an undertaking. And the fact that they were able to pull it off this time, in my opinion, was an incredible feat. It was so nice to see, and I was especially happy for all the players, whether we're talking the Canadian team or even the Latvian team. I mean, I really enjoyed seeing that tournament last month, and the fact that they were able to pull off the 2022 World Juniors, I'm hoping that they won't have any issues in December for the upcoming 2023 tournament. And hopefully, unlike this year's tournament, it will not be brought to a screeching halt because of COVID-19 or any other reason for that matter. We definitely have to talk about the channel at this point. This is, by the way, this will be my channel's monthly update video for September 2022. As for last month's update video on Facebook, hang on just a sec, I'm going to sneeze. Uh-oh. Of course, as I'm filming, I have to sneeze. Story of my life. Why? Why now? Actually, thankfully, I lucked out. So I was getting ready to sneeze, and all of a sudden, I didn't have to sneeze anymore. Go figure. Sorry you had to listen to that sniffle. Okay, just give me 1 second. Sorry for that terrible interruption, but I'd rather make you guys have to listen to that for 30 seconds than listen to me go for the entirety of the video, or for the duration of this video, rather. So, yeah, we definitely need to talk about the channel. I have been MIA for a long time. In fact, I have been MIA for so long, I haven't even been uploading concepts on our Discord server. I haven't uploaded anything in about a month. I think it's actually over a month now that I think about it. So if you guys are wondering what's going on, well, this is your opportunity to hear what's going on my end. So nothing bad is going on my end, but I will be honest, I got to a point last month where I'm like, you know what? I need to take a break. I just want to take a break. I gotta be honest, guys. I've been so frustrated with the NHL putting those corporate ads on their jerseys now. I've seeing highlights of games where where teams like the Jets and the Canadians are wearing advertisements on their jerseys is enough to make me sick. Not not literally, but figuratively. It's just ridiculous. You know, I refuse to just bow down and accept this. I'm just sick and tired of giving an inch and having people take a mile. It's just I'm sick and tired of putting up with this crap. The NHL, you know, if they're so worried about money, how about you move a team like the Florida Panthers or the Arizona Coyotes to a place like Houston or better yet, Quebec City? Yeah, I am very biased. But you know what? It's ridiculous to me. It really is. This league makes billions of dollars every year. They do not need corporate ads on their jerseys. I don't care what anybody says. I don't give a damn. They don't need ads. They don't need ads on their uniform, whether it's the helmet ads too. They don't need those. They shouldn't have them. And I can't believe how many people seem to be okay with the NHL monetizing their uniforms and just accepting it like it's no big deal. Are you kidding me? I mean, because of that decision, I'm being honest. I've really lost interest in the NHL right now. I could care less that the NHL is about to start next week. I really don't care. I'm not making that up. I'm being honest, you know? It's like I look at all the different uniforms and stuff. Like, for example, the Sharks' new uniforms are a big upgrade over what they've been wearing. It's about time the Sharks actually have a somewhat decent uniform to wear again. It's the first time in my life as a hockey fan that the Sharks have actually had a sub-decent or semi-decent uniform. As for the Hurricanes bringing back their 25th anniversary uniform, don't get me wrong. I agree with those of you who feel that their just retired red uniform was actually not bad. I don't disagree. It was a big improvement over that mediocre Team Canada dress-up Carolina Hurricanes red jersey they had at the end of the Reebok era. But the Adidas era Hurricanes red jersey is still nowhere even close to being as good as the original. And I hope that the Carolina Hurricanes red throwback jersey is so frickin' popular that the Hurricanes ownership and management decide to go back to it full time. That is the only good red jersey the Hurricanes have ever had. It absolutely craps all over their black jersey. I hate that jersey, to be honest with you. I don't like it at all. As a third jersey, fine, whatever. But as a full-time home uniform, no frickin' way. I don't like it at all. I just don't. As for the Golden Knights, I mean, at least it's nice to see that they're going to actually have dark gray pant shells to go with their away jersey. But, you know, I don't think their gold jersey is a good choice to be their home uniform. The gray on the gold, I've never liked that decision at all. If all of the gray on their gold jersey was actually black instead, okay, I could accept it, but the gray on gold, the gray fabric looks like it was black, but it got washed up or washed out by sitting in the Mojave Desert for a week. I mean, that's what it looks like to me. And if I've ruined that jersey for you, well, I gotta admit, I'm actually kind of glad to hear that because I really don't like that jersey being their full-time jersey. The gray one is just so much better. It really is. Um, I would rather the Golden Knights have a primary gold jersey, but not the one that they've gone with. I'm not a fan of that jersey. I love that they've been able to create a glittery gold jersey. That's an amazing undertaking, but you know, the gray one is still way better as far as I'm concerned. Um, you know, when I look at the whole news, all the news with NHL uniforms this offseason, the whole corporate jersey ad thing has it's ruined it for me. It really has. And it's my problem. It's my problem that I'm frustrated with it. I'm sure lots of you will just accept it like it's no big deal. But I'm not going to be quite as forgiving as a lot of you probably will be. I just won't. It frustrates me to no end where they feel they want to do this, yet a hockey mad city like Quebec City doesn't have a team. Like, if you're hurting for money so bad, maybe it's time to contract a team and then have an expansion fee and have another expansion. They could technically do that. I'm sure they could, at least. You know, I just don't get it. They'll move the Coyotes to a 5,000-seat facility with no guarantee that a new arena will be built. But they'll leave a place like Quebec City vacant without a team. I mean, I don't know what you guys think, but I just think it's stupid. But yet they'll put corporate advertisements on their helmets and their jerseys. I mean, did they lose a lot of money during the pandemic? Absolutely. But when they make billions of dollars every year, at least according to them, you're telling me that they can't go on without advertisements on their uniforms? Get out of here. Seriously. Come on. You know that's not true. I mean, look at the NFL even. Look at how many billions of dollars they rake in every year. They still don't have corporate ads on their jerseys. I'm sure that'll eventually change. But, I mean, come on. But I do want to mention one thing, though. I think it is fantastic to see the Blue Jays in the playoffs again in baseball. And I'm really rooting for the Mariners to make the playoffs. They haven't been in the playoffs in 20 years. I mean, if you're a Mariners fan, that's gotta... Oh my God, I feel for you. I hope that fan base finally gets to see their team. This will be basically close to the first time in an entire generation that team has made it to the postseason. I mean, 20 years? That's insane. That's flippin' insane. That's crazy. So, there's... After the Blue Jays, I want the Mariners to get the playoff spot so bad. They deserve it. They really do. Yeah, I mean, I gotta... Excuse me here. My voice is getting a bit... my throat's getting a bit dry. That makes it a little bit better. But, to see that Major League Baseball has expanded their postseason, I think it's about time. I mean, by doing this, they will have so much more fan engagement from here on in. And you know what? Those are more guaranteed sold-out stadiums all across Major League Baseball, and you give more teams an opportunity to make the playoffs. I think it's a really good thing because For years, it was only the division winners, and one wild card team in each league. 8 teams that made the playoffs. Then they added 2 spots and turned it into a 5-team per league playoff, except the 2 wild card teams had to play a special sudden death game. And now that they've expanded to 6 teams in the wild card, it's an improvement. And you know what I do think they should do, though? Instead of a 100 and how many games? I think it's a 162 game regular season. I think they should cut the regular season down to 150 games and just expand the playoffs to 16 teams per league, like the NHL, per conference in the NHL's case. I think you would have so much better baseball. I'd rather see more playoff baseball than regular season baseball. I think even 150 games is more than enough. Take 12 regular season games off the schedule for the entire league permanently. Expand the league to 32 teams and let 8 teams in each league make the playoffs. Have 4 divisions in each league, and then have the 4 division champions and 4 wildcard teams make the playoffs. Then make the first round maybe just a best of 5. Then make the second round. Hell, they could even make the second round be a best of 5 as well. And then the third round, best of 7, World Series, best of 7. And let me tell you, I think that would be so much better than the existing system in baseball. And another thing, I got to be honest about this. I don't like the new overtime or extra innings format in baseball where they have an automatic runner on second base. Like, just let the teams play baseball the old-fashioned way. You know, I get the idea of trying to speed it up and not have it go as far into overtime, but, you know, baseball's had extra innings operate a certain way for so many years, and to change it like that, I don't know. I just think it kind of messes with the classic game of baseball. That's just my opinion. I don't know. Maybe people agree with me. I kind of think a lot of people prefer it to just be, hey, let's just try and see if a team can finish the game as soon as possible. I don't know if I agree with that. I mean, the game was fine without it, but I don't know. I guess it's a matter of personal opinion. But yeah, so discussing the channel, I mean, I have to be honest, I've been really wanting to take a break. I think taking a complete break from this channel has been so nice for me. I mean, I hate saying it, but you know, I gotta admit, I think for anything we do, sometimes it's nice to just take a break. Sometimes you just gotta take a step back. And you know, the past month where I live, the weather's been really nice. I've been taking a break, and you know what? I think that I'm better off for it. Seriously, I think that, you know, with the advertisements on the jerseys and my frustrations with pro sports in recent months due to that, you know, and Major League Baseball's announcement as well, of course. I think that just taking a step back for a while has been the best thing that I can do, or I could do for myself. And, you know, I know that's not what you guys want to hear, but I'm just being honest. And, you know, compared to when I started 7 years ago, there are so many other channels that talk about the same stuff that I do. So, you know, if I'm not making content, there's other places you can go to now compared to when I started 7 years ago. So, I mean, at least there's that. I mean, yeah, I mean, as I say, I'm just having a glass half full type of perspective. But, you know, as I say, I mean, it's not like you're hurting for content if I'm not around. And I mean, you gotta like that. I mean, there's lots of other channels. So even Aesthetics, I noticed, has been pumping out more videos lately too, which is, you know, good. But yeah, so on my end, things are fine. It's just I've been wanting to take a break. I really have needed it. When will I come back to the channel? I'm gonna try to aim for next month, but we'll see. I don't want to give you guys a complete a straight or a guaranteed answer, I should say, because we'll see what goes on my end. I mean, there's lots of stuff I've been working on in the past month, personal projects, and you know, we'll see if I have time or not. But yeah, the truth is though, I am aiming for a return next month in October. I think that's a good time, you know. Now the days are getting shorter, the weather's getting colder, and it's not as nice to go outside and do things outdoors now compared to even 3 weeks ago. So now that the days are so much shorter, I mean, and the weather's not going to be great for too much longer. I mean, some places the weather's already terrible. And speaking of weather, I'd like to extend my deepest sympathies for anyone affected by, I believe, Hurricane Ian, and I think there was a Hurricane Fiona as well. I mean, sorry, I haven't been paying much attention to the news lately, but sadly, I heard about at least 1 or 2 hurricanes that have happened, and the devastation is just horrifying. I just want to extend my deepest thoughts, prayers, and sympathies to anyone affected by those horrific storms, and I mean that. You know, that's a very, very horrifying predicament. It really is, and I just hope and pray that the people affected by that are not. I just hope that people are not losing their lives because of that storm. I just, you know, it's a scary thing. I just hope that there's very little to hopefully no loss of life, and hopefully the damage is minimal, but as minimal as possible. But I've seen clips of it on TV, and it's just, oh my God. I mean, that's just so sad. And I just hope that these storms come to an end and don't happen again, but sadly, that's wishful thinking. But yeah, what a horrible situation. My heart goes out to everyone affected. I mean, wow. It's just terrible. Really is. But yeah, you know, I just lately I've just gotten to that point where I need to take a break, and I'm glad that I have. I know I've said that earlier, but you know, I am gonna try to get back to YouTubing in October. That's what I'm aiming for. I'm like, honestly, at this point, I'm about 95% sure that I will start making videos again by the end of next month. But also, what else did I want to say? I do have a monthly update video from a month ago that I forgot to upload to Facebook, so I'll try to get onto that and get that done as soon as I can, once I have time. Also, I just want to make a quick reminder to anyone who follows me on Twitter. Truth is, I very sparingly use Twitter. So if you send me messages on there, do not expect me to read them right away. Until the past couple of days, I had not been on my Twitter account in probably a couple of months. So I have it there for anybody who wants to follow. If you do, great. If you don't, hey, don't be upset, or don't worry about offending me, because I'm not offended. I'm really not. But yeah, if I'm super slow to respond on there, I use it extremely sparingly. So on that note, though, I check my Discord literally every day. In fact, I check it multiple times a day because whether it's my own Discord or other Discord servers that I am in, um, there's always lots of activity on there. And if you want to post things or send information my way, which, by the way, to anybody who does, and you guys know who you are, whether it's through Twitter or Discord or both, I really appreciate that. And I just want to let you all know, whether you send me messages on Twitter or you post stuff on Discord, and you guys do know who you are. And I just want to remind you guys that I appreciate absolutely all of it. I really do. So if you want to reach me, the best way you can do it is by joining my Discord server. And in fact, if you're not on Discord, I'd love to have you on there. Usually when I'm not taking a break from YouTube and Discord and basically most social media in general, I usually post concepts there on a weekly basis. My viewer, Nick from Windy City Hockey, he's posted many great concepts on there. I've even had concepts made by King Angus, and I've even had a concept made by my viewer, Caesar. And also, I think my viewer, Orbital, yeah, he did post a couple concepts in my Discord too, which is great. So yeah, if any of you want to join my Discord, I do have a link in the About section on this channel. I'd love to have you guys join me there, and I mean that. So there's a link there if you want to. Of course, if you don't, hey, don't worry about it. That's totally fine too. With that, guys, I've been talking longer than I had planned, to be honest, not going to lie. So I'm going to call it a wrap at this point. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to comment down below. I really don't mind. And oh, speaking of uniform changes, I noticed the Canucks have taken the stripes off their pants. I gotta admit, I actually don't mind that change. It does look like something's missing, but I don't know. So far, I think it actually makes the Kelly green striping on the socks and the jersey stand out a bit more. Maybe it's just my early observation, but so far I don't mind the change. I thought the stripes were good, but the plain blue pants actually, they look okay. I don't dislike them as much as I thought I would, but I'd be curious to hear your thoughts on that down below too, because I'm sure most people are probably going to disagree with me on that. And hey, that's fine. I don't expect everyone to agree. I'm actually looking forward to seeing that stripeless blue pant with the Canucks away uniform. But yeah, I think that's actually not a bad decision. So far, at least. I might have a change of heart once I start seeing it more, but I saw a highlight of the Canucks Kraken game, and I must say, I didn't dislike it as much as I thought I would. But maybe I'll have a change of heart once I start seeing it a bit more. But anyways, guys, that's it for this video. I'm going to call it a wrap at this point. I'm sure you guys have been disappointed with the complete lack of videos from me for the past couple of months, but you know, I must say, I'm glad that I've taken a break. I think it's something that I really needed, to tell you the truth. But anyways, on that note, take care, guys, and until my next video, as always, bye for now.